Hi everyone, today's STEM challenge is DIY Play-Doh, and I've got my recipe here. I will put it up in the description of this video, and it will be available on our Facebook and also on the library's website. So for this challenge you need a bowl. I'm going to use this big measuring cup because it's clear and I want you to be able to see what I'm doing inside. You need a 1/4 cup measure. You need a 1/3 cup measure. You need a 1 tablespoon measure. You need a liquid measure that can hold at least 1/3 of a cup. You need some oil, some salt, flour, cornstarch, and probably your favorite too, food coloring. And you also need a spoon to mix it with. I like to use a sturdy metal kitchen spoon because the dye won't stain it, and it's really durable because it's a little tough at first. So on my instructions it says mix all the dry ingredients together. So it says I need 1/3 of a cup of flour, and I'm just leveling it off with my hand against the bag, but you could use the handle of your spoon and level it like this. Okay, so 1/3 of a cup of flour, and it says 1/3 of a cup of cornstarch. I've got my cornstarch here. Good. Add that together. And now we need to add 1/4 of a cup of salt. And so this is a new salt for me, so I'm just gonna pop the top off. Some of them have that cool pouring spout. That's really handy. Good. And I'll just pour that in here. Good, and level it out. Looks good. Perfect. Okay, and so we're supposed to mix those together. So I'm just gonna stir that. Just so you don't see just salt or just flour, you want to have it all mixed together. Good. And now it says add all the wet ingredients and mix until it's crumbly. So our wet ingredients are 1/3 of a cup of water, which I pre-measured. So we'll add that. Good. And it says 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. I'm using canola oil. That's also some oil you can use. So 1 tablespoon here. Pour it in. I didn't mix in between. I'm going to mix once everything is in. And it's good to put your oil spoon into another container so you don't make oil all over your table. And then you add the food coloring. So this box has blue and green and yellow. Let's see what we can make with blue and green and yellow. Usually on the box, if you got the Clubhouse one, which is what I have, you can use any one though. It shows you how many drops of what color to make a different color. So if we want to make turquoise, we need 3 drops of blue and 1 drop of green. So I'm going to put the yellow back in for now. Good. So 3 drops of blue. 1, 2, 3, and 1 drop of green. You might notice when you mix it that it's not very dark, and so a way to fix that is to add more, but add the same amount more. So if we mix it now and it's not the color we want it too darker, we're going to add 3 more drops of blue and 1 more drop of green. And now it just says to mix them until it gets crumbly. Okay. Just like that. See, it's really coming together. But it is, like I said, it was really light because the flour is white, so it makes you have more of a pastel color. So let's darken it up a little bit more. So 3 more drops of blue. Good. And 1 more drop of green. Good. See, now it's on my spoon. If I was using a wooden spoon, it would be stained. So we want to mix this until it's crumbly. If you find it's really, really, really dry, I would add a couple more drops of water. I'm just going to get a little bit more water. When you add your water, don't add a whole bunch at one time. Just go little bit by little bit. So I'm just adding 1 more tablespoon of water. Now it's coming together more in a ball. That's good. Smush it down and turn it around. Yeah, that looks much, much more like Play-Doh. Good. And I think it's pretty good. It's coming together. So now it says shape it into a ball with your hands and combine. So I'm just going to smush it together a little bit more. I'm going to drop it down onto my table. We've got some little bits here. Maybe make a hole and add them. Good. And then take your hands and work your dough. So squeezing it, pushing it all together, rolling it. That will all help to get all the little extra pieces that didn't combine earlier together. And then the more you mix it, the more you're going to get your color to combine too. See, I've got some spots of blue throughout. Looks kind of cool though. But it'll eventually turn into more of a solid color the more you're mixing it. See, I'm mixing quite well here. Looks pretty good. I've got some crumbly bits on my table, so I'll just roll my dough in those crumbly bits. Just like that. And there you have it. So our recipe says it yields about 1 cup. So yields means it makes about 1 cup. So there you go, 1 cup of Play-Doh as part of our STEM challenge. What colors will you make?